Let's talk now with John. John, you're with Allworth's Money Matters.
Hi there.
Hey, John.
I wanted to find out, I'm turning the dreaded 73 this year, and the RMDs are kicking in. I wanted to find out best suggestions to try to reduce that income that the RMD is calculated on.
How much is
and
your...
in particular, if a QLAC might be a good vehicle to do that.
Is that the long-term...
annuity contract?
Yeah. How much is in your qualified retirement accounts?
I have a couple different accounts. Their total is about $800,000, but the annuity account is about $500,000.
Well, when you wait, so slow for a second here, John. When you said the annuity account, an annuity account is not a qualified account unless it's in an IRA.
Yeah, I'd have to check into that. But anyway,
Where'd the money come
Where'd
from?
the money come from to buy the annuity?
That was a purchase through Fidelity, one of their.
Where'd the money come from originally?
Did the money come from an employer plan, or did it come in from contributions to an IRA?
No, just post-tax or post.
So how much is in that annuity?
$500.
And then you've got $800,000 in an IRAs.
No,
yes.
I'm confused now. You have $800,000 in IRAs plus a $500,000 annuity, or do you have $800,000 of which $500,000 is an annuity and $300,000 is in an IRA?
I would say the latter.
Got it.
Okay.
And how much is your required minimum distribution this year?
I just got the statement from Fidelity that says it's about $48,000.
That doesn't add up to
it's,
me.
Yeah, this is all of the annuity. The whole 800.
The annuities must be
inside the IRA.
It has to be.
How old are you?
73.
Yeah, that's.
I'll be turning 73.
Yeah,
this fall.
if the RMD is 48,000, then the annuity is inside the IRA.
Unless they're wrong.
Which could be.
I would double check to see where those dollars. If you truly think they came from after-tax savings, and they were paid, not any sort of employer plan or IRA, that you don't want to be taxed twice on those dollars, and they shouldn't be subject to required minimum distribution, unless it's a qualified account. Meaning you could look just on the statement if it'll either say qualified or non-qualified.
It will say IRA on that account. So, what's your question for us?
The qualified.
Well, I just wondered whether purchasing a QLAC might be a good way to reduce my RMD income that the RMD is calculated on.
What's the longevity like in your family? Like, how long did your mother and father live to?
Well, they lived into their early 90s, but I've just recently had some heart surgery, so I may have 10 to 15 years.
Yeah,
then I would definitely not.
Doesn't make any sense for you.
I definitely would not buy that.
Yeah.
The amount of tax you have to pay on the RMD is going to be much less than the odds of you losing quite a bit of money on a purchase of a qualified a lifetime. What do they call it? What's that stand for again?
Lifetime annuity contract. Qualifying longevity.
Longevity, that's what it is, yeah. And it kicks in at age 85 or whatever.
That's right. It kicks in at 85. So that wouldn't be a direction I go. What's the overall income for the family right now?
I'm single, and it's just my Social Security, that small pension, and a small
John?
Different annuity.
Go enjoy the RMD.
Enjoy it. Come on, let's go. You just had heart surgery. Let's go. Where are we going?
Spend it.
Where are we
Go
going?
spend it.
Where are we going?
Maybe spend even a little more.
Yeah.
A little marlin fishing, maybe.
Oh, let's go marlin fishing.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Spend it.
Okay.
Now, truly, who's it going to go to when you die?
Relatives.
Okay, look at these guys have not been that good to you over your lifetime.
Yeah.
Just spend it. Spend it. Enjoy.
Of that 800,000, That
As
800.
far as trying to reduce the.
No, don't
go
worry
spend
about
it.
it. Go
I wouldn't
spend
even
it.
worry about that. I'd
No.
send you the money now.
Okay.
Spend it. Hey, look it. I was telling this to a friend the other day. He said, I said, if you don't buy luxuries with it, your kids will. I said, they will absolutely. Look, if this lands on one of your relatives, you think they wouldn't go marlin fishing?
Yeah.
Right? They'll be out there drinking their Coors Light, giving a little toast to you.
I could tell you how most beneficiaries spend their money.
Oh, yeah, actually, we're going to start a reality show called Watch This.
I mean, I used to be shocked. I'm no longer shocked.
Oh, my. The worst was when the kid stopped by on the way to the funeral home to see how quickly he could get the money. Not to bury mom. That was the worst. So, well,
How about, unless you have another caller right behind me, how about charitable giving?
Oh, sure.
That money
Wonderful.
From either a DAF or a QDC.
You can have it come, a qualified. You can list. You can't. The qualified charitable distribution, which means money coming directly from your retirement, your IRA, 401k, directly to a charity. That's a phenomenal way to gift, because those dollars never even flow through to your tax return. Otherwise, you'd have to withdraw it, take the RMD, withdraw it, pay the tax, and then it could trigger other things, phase outs on your tax return, IRMA, those sort of things. So it's a phenomenal way to go. The one downside is you can't use those dollars to put money in a donor advised fund. You have to list to the charities directly. But if there's some things that you'd like to give to, that's a great way to use those dollars. And you might say, yeah, Pat, I appreciate the comments about giving, about fishing. I think I'd feel better if I had these 3 charities I gave to. And
yeah, and you just
that's a wonderful way.
Perfect. You do it at the beginning. In fact, I just got an email from a client that said these are the charities we're giving it to, and we talked about it last week. So just give me the names and we'll arrange it. So it's easy. Just that, and then you can change it.
The use of a DAF only if I have a substantial capital gain, so that I can take
That's
that.
exactly right.
Thank you, but I would still push everything in the QCD, the Qualified Charitable Distribution, before I did a
100%.
DAF. So,
100%.
and don't be afraid to name a charity as a beneficiary of your IRA either.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And by the way, on a beneficiary, you could name a donor advised fund. You could name a donor advised fund and have specific directions to say, I want these dollars. I don't want them distributed all in 1 year. I want you to distribute them over the next. You can do this with Fidelity. I'm sure Schwab does too. Distribute over the next 10 years to these number of charities. It's like having a family foundation without any of the costs or hassles of it.
Or people being able to identify that you're actually in charge of the foundation.
That's exactly right. So you're not on
because if you had a family foundation, it has to file a public tax return.
But it's interesting, in this conversation, Pat, we were talking about, oftentimes, if you've got assets, it's because you've been frugal.
Yes.
The majority of the time.
Or lucky.
Okay. But the majority of the time, you've been somewhat frugal.
That's right.
And to your point, the beneficiaries are not going to have the same values of the dollar as you do.
Yes.
And whether they might wait until after the funeral before they start thinking about it, but they're going to spend it differently than you spend your dollars.
I just saw one recently where I thought if his father saw what this kid did with that money, he would flip. Just bought a house on the coast, California, within months. I thought his dad would just have gone ballistic.
Dad lived a very modest lifestyle.
Yes, good saver, hard worker. Worked until he was in his 70s. Kid, I always thought, man, these kids are, and then all of a sudden, boom, money comes and there it goes. I thought Dad would be so mad.
What's so bad about a house on the beach, on the coast?
I didn't say it was bad. I just said Dad would be
mad.
Oh,
got it. Yeah.
I wasn't passing judgment. I just thought if Dad had seen this,
the values.
Yeah, if Dad had seen this, it would have freaked Dad out. You don't have a house on the coast. I don't care. Do whatever you want with your money. But I was just thinking about how Dad would.
Well, I think that's something people to think through. Either you spend the money or you give it. There's no other options, right? At your death, Those are your only options. And
They haven't developed a cryptocurrency we could use in heaven
not yet.
and or other places.